Hey, what's up guys? We're back out here at the 71 Peterbilt 352. Just got it fired up, warmed it up a little bit, got some oil and a filter. So I'm going to change the oil in it. Looked like it had a little bit of moisture in it from sitting. So I'm going to change the oil in it. And after that I'm going to get the cab jacked up and we're going to start looking at the air system. See if I can get it to build some air. And get the brakes working, see what I need to get anyway. There's a lot of airlines that aren't great looking. Some of them just aren't hooked up. So we're gonna do that and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, here we are. I got this this inner fender out. There's a plate that goes right here that covers all this mess of stuff here up. I don't know how any of this works. I don't think any of it works. The lights don't work. At least not that I can see. There's a bunch of air hoses that are really bad. This one, I mean, they all need to be replaced, but I'm just trying to get the brakes to work. There's one. There's two that go up into the cab. So there's one here. This one goes up into the cab and it comes back to this air tank. It goes to this fitting right here. This hose goes to the brake valve, which I'm going to replace. And there's another one that comes from this. I'm guessing this is a pressure sensor. I'm not sure. And this line here, which is bad, goes up into the cab too. You can see it wraps around and goes up that way, up into the cab. So I'm gonna have to take the panels off the bottom of the steering column, or the ones that are in front of the steering column, and see where they go. Hopefully they don't go too far. And this hose, this is the governor. This is what turns the air compressor, well, what tells it to make air or not. So I need to figure out where this hose is supposed to go, because it goes all the way back here. And somebody capped it off. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. And this other one goes to here. I think this goes up to the seat for some reason. And that blue line, temporary fuel tank set up here. It's in my way. This blue line goes back to the air tank. So I need to sort this out. I have a new governor for it. I might just put the new governor on it and go from there. I'm not sure yet. Alright guys, so I got the truck fired up and the air compressor is making air, I guess. To be honest, I didn't check it beforehand. This is the line that comes from the air compressor. You can hear it making air. I should have unhooked that and started it to see, but it didn't hurt to put a new governor on it. So I'm going to put the new governor on it. There's a line that's hooked to the top of it to unload it. It's called an unloader. That's what shuts the air compressor off when it gets up to 120 psi. That's not hooked up right now because it's full of air leaks. There's no reason to have it on. So as soon as I start going through these hoses and pre-plumb and everything, some of the airlines on this air is bad. I'm going to try and replace enough to get the brakes to work. see what else needs to be replaced, I guess. Or just go ahead and replace everything. I'm going to put a new foot valve in it. I'll probably get a couple new relay valves just because they're not horribly expensive. This is the level valve for the suspension. And it's broken, so it's going to need a new one of those. All the airbags are trashed. Like, this thing is no good. So we're going to get all new airbags. But the main concern is to get the brakes working. This one only has spring brakes on the front drive axle. And there are no brakes on the front axle. So there's one of the brake chambers. All the airlines on this thing are a mess. So we'll get working on all those. See, I just touched that and pulled it out of the top of the airbag. So that's nice. So we got the cab tore apart. Here, I got these panels. There's two panels that go right here. It's right in front of the steering column. This is where all the hoses come in at. This one right here, I believe, is the one for the oil pressure, because it goes up to this. That should control the light. That should go up to the gauge. And the other one, I think I need to replace. This is the big one here that needs to go. And it's probably one of these, but I'm not sure. I'll have to trace them back and find out. All of these need to be replaced, really, but I'm just trying to get it to work for now. This one, I can't see. This is a pretty big one, and it's in bad shape. I don't want to break it off yet. I need to see where that goes. I'm gonna have to take all of these panels. I'm gonna have to take all of these apart, because it goes up into there. I would imagine it goes over to all the brake valves and all that stuff. So yeah, fun stuff. This thing is nasty. There's all kinds of stuff stuffed behind the dash. There's a mouse nest up in there. These panels were kind of crappy to get out. Yeah. I'm not sure where that cable goes. Cable goes somewhere. To figure that out. Yeah. So I got some hoses. This is for the oil pressure gauge. This will go from under the dash down to the side of the engine. Some air fittings. These are push connect fittings. Roll a 1/4 inch airline and a roll a 3/8 airline. I have some other fittings for them that I already had. So I'm going to take all of these hoses that are like this. This is an airline. Replace these with the push connect fittings. That'll make it a lot easier to replumb all this stuff. This is all 1/4 inch airline anyway. It just makes it look a lot bigger. And that's this one over here is 3/8. And it goes up to that valve. It's on top of the dash, right there for your trailer. So I'm gonna get putting these lines in. There's another one somewhere. This one. It goes down, there's a tank underneath the cab right here, and it goes underneath to that. So I'm gonna get that stuff hooked up, and hopefully today we'll be making some air pressure. So I got more of the lines replaced. These three, 2 of them go up into the cab. There's something on this tire right here. Did not like me touching it. It's gross. These go, 2 of them go up inside the cab, and 1 of them goes to right here to this distribution block, I guess. I ran out of 1/8 inch NPT fittings, these push connect fittings. I went and got 8 of them this morning, figuring that I was going to run out. But I ran a new line from the governor back to the air tank right there. Put a new fitting, new hose on the air tank. That's the supply line to the air tank. This is the new hose here. Goes around. I'll have to reroute that when I get that far. This is the discharge line from the air compressor. There's a big hole rusted in the bottom of this air tank that I didn't see before. So that's probably not going to be good. And it's going to be a whole lot of work to just take that out and just plumb it to this one for now. So I need to find an air tank, I guess. Got the new oil pressure gauge hose hooked up. I need to zip tie all this stuff up anyway, but that's the hose. It runs up into the cab here. It did have a connection in it. It connected to both sides of this thing from this fitting. There's another one of these on the other side. I didn't have enough fittings to make 2 separate hoses. So I just made it one hose, and I'll tie it up with all of these airlines that go up into here, up inside. These lines here that go to this are actually in pretty good shape. I know they don't look it, but they're pretty soft and pliable still. They go up to this brake valve. I'll probably just leave them for now. This brake valve is stuck. I ordered one, but it's not here yet. So I think it would be beneficial to go ahead and replace that while I have this panel out. This is all the great wiring that I get to deal with here shortly. Yeah. It's probably why none of the lights work. This one isn't even, goes to nothing. I would imagine it goes to one of these up here somewhere. It's probably both connected. I don't know. That's pretty much it, I think. I did bolt the cab mount back on. This isn't sitting here anymore in the way. And I replaced one of these freeze plugs. This casting plug was rusted completely out. I probably want to do this one too. It's in pretty bad shape, so I'll probably go find one for that too. I was going to see if it would make some air pressure today, but I don't think it's going to. I might still just try anyway. Still got a hole in the air tank. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get it fired up and see if it makes any air. Alright, so I got everything put back together. I think I'm going to see if it'll start. See if it builds any air pressure. At the very least, I'll see if the oil pressure gauge works, because I kind of want to know if that's any good. We're going to see if it starts. I might have to give a little bit of ether. That's what I did last time, and it started right up. So I might have to back my truck up and hook jumper cables to it, but I got the jump pack on it, got the batteries hooked up, and we're going to see what happens. get some more fittings, some more airline, and see if I can find an air tank for it. So it's definitely trying to make air pressure. I hold my finger over the hole that's on the bottom of this tank. It blows out somewhere else. But just trying. It's just got so many air leaks and the lines and stuff that are blown out that I'm just going to have to replace those. So thanks for watching, and get it on